Hey, first graders. This week you guys are going to have Mr. Putter and Tabby write the book as one of your mentor texts on your literacy assignments. And so I thought, since I have this book, I was one of the people doing the lessons. So I bought the book so I'd have it at home. And since I have it, I thought I'd just come on and read it to you so you could hear it. They have one read aloud that they found online, but I thought you might like the read aloud from me. So this is Mr. Putter and Tabby Write the Book by Cynthia Rylant and pictures, I think, by Arthur Howard, but maybe they co-wrote this. And the funny thing about this Cynthia Rylant, she's the one who writes Henry and Mudge. So that's kind of fun. All right, so Mr. Putter and Tabby Write the Book. And we know that these usually come in chapters. Here's 3 chapters. This one is so not a May sort of theme. It's a snowstormy theme, but still fun to read. So chapter 1's called An Idea. In the winter, a big snow always came to Mr. Putter's house. That's pretty cozy. Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby liked big snows, but they couldn't go out in them. They were too old. Mr. Putter might slip and break something, and Tabby might catch a bad cold. So they kind of just watch the kids outside having fun, and they stay inside and be cozy. They didn't mind staying in though, because Mr. Putter's house was so cozy. It had nice soft chairs, it had velvet pillows, it had a fireplace. Staying in was all right when everything was so soft and velvety and warm. That is pretty cozy, I must admit. One day when Mr. Putter and Tabby were inside for a big snow, Mr. Putter got an idea. His idea was to write a book. What a great idea. He had everything a writer needed: a soft chair, a warm fire, and a good cat. And writers need a good cat. And he had a pen and plenty of paper. I have always wanted to write a mystery novel, Mr. Putter said to Tabby. A mystery novel. That means like a chapter book mystery. So he brought out lots of paper, lit the fire, plumped his chair, and got ready to begin. First, he had to think of a title. He thought and thought and thought. What would be a good title? Finally, he told Tabby, I shall call my book The Mystery of Lighthouse Cove. That sounds like a good mystery title. It was a very good title. It was full of mystery. As a boy, he had read lots of books with titles like that. So here's a picture he's remembering back to when he was a little boy reading his mystery books. All right, so now Mr. Putter was so pleased he decided to fix a snack. He went into the kitchen and fixed a big apple salad, a pan of corn muffins, some custard pudding, and a cheese ball. Mr. Putter spent 3 minutes on his title and 4 hours on his snack. Writers do not write like Mr. Putter. So 3 minutes on his title and 4 hours on the snack. So I feel like he's stalling a little bit. Maybe he doesn't know what to write. Then he took a nap. Mystery writing was not easy work. Chapter 2 is called, did you notice here it says chapter 1? Isn't that funny? Let me go back and check this. This is chapter 1. And chapter 2 says chapter 1. I wonder if they noticed they made a misprint there. On the second day that he was a mystery writer, Mr. Putter had a nice long breakfast with Tabby of oatmeal and tea. Then he settled down to write again. I wonder if he's going to do more than 3 minutes. Remember, we talk about having stamina for writing and stamina for reading. I think Mr. Putter needs a little stamina. But first he had to stoke the fire. Then he had to clean Tabby's ears. Ugh. Then he had to find a sweater. Then he had to move his chair closer to the window. Then he had to move it back. I feel like he's doing a whole lot of stalling instead of writing. It's like if somebody in the classroom, if we were trying to write a story and somebody said, I have to go to the bathroom. I need a drink. I need to go sharpen my pencil. I would start to think, I think you're stalling a little bit. Then he settled down again. He was ready to write. Mr. Putter looked at the walls and he thought, and he thought. He thought and he thought and he thought. Finally, he wrote, Chapter 1. He began to think some more. As he was thinking, he looked out the window. A rabbit was in the yard. Such a nice rabbit, Mr. Putter said to Tabby. The rabbit made him think of Easter, and Easter made him think of boiled eggs. So far today, he's written down the words Chapter 1. He decided to fix a snack. He went into the kitchen and fixed 20 boiled eggs and a vegetable stew. Mr. Putter spent 1 minute on Chapter 1 and 3 hours on eggs and stew. Then he took a bath and he took a nap. Mystery writing wore him out. That's pretty funny. So let's see. So far, he's spent about 4 minutes writing his book in 2 days. Chapter 3, called Good Things. The third day that he was a mystery writer, Mr. Putter woke up ready to write again. He liked being a writer ready to write. First, he and Tabby had cinnamon toast and tea. Then Mr. Putter petted Tabby and began to think. He looked out of his window thinking. He looked at his fire thinking. He looked at Tabby thinking. And sometimes it is hard to get started on your writing. Like I've had some of you tell me that. I can't figure out what to write. I can't figure out what to write. And all you need is to just get that idea and then boom, off you go. But sometimes the idea is a little tricky to come up with. Mr. Putter thought how blue the sky was. He thought how warm the fire felt. He thought how nice it was to be with Tabby. He thought about so many good things that he began to write them down. And he's making a list. Good things. Yellow cats, old sweaters, cinnamon toast, long baths, good dogs, rain. He wrote and wrote and wrote. Mr. Putter wrote all day long. When he finally stopped writing, the big snow had melted. Mr. Putter went next door with Tabby to visit Mrs. Teaberry and her good dog Zeke. They had some French fried butternut squash for supper. Then Mr. Putter read Good Things. When he finished, Mrs. Teaberry said it was enchanting, which means it totally captured her attention. She said Mr. Putter was a wonderful writer. She said she could listen forever. I wanted to write The Mystery of the Lighthouse Cove, Mr. Putter said sadly, but I wrote Good Things instead, and I ate too much and I took too many naps. So he's kind of feeling like a failure as a writer. Like he didn't write what he set out to write, and he knows he did a lot of stalling, but you know what? He finally got an idea and he ran with it. And sometimes you do think you're going to write this, and instead you take a new direction. It happens. Mrs. Teaberry told him not to worry. She said the world is full of mystery writers, but writers of good things are few and far between. So she's saying a lot of people write mysteries, not a lot of people write books about good things. Mr. Putter did not feel so sad then. He did not feel sad at all. In fact, he was thrilled. Every writer loves a good review. So yeah, if you're a writer and somebody tells you they love what you wrote and you did a nice job, it does make you feel good. To celebrate the good reviews and good neighbors, Mr. Putter took Mrs. Teaberry and Tabby and Zeke out for vanilla malts. And look, they even brought their pets. And Mr. Putter had so much fun and thought of so many good things that he could not wait for the next big snow. So he could be a writer again. He is a good napper too, that's for sure. So that's nice. He kind of learned that he likes to write, but I think he had to learn what's the best thing for him to write. Like what would I write if I could be a writer? He wants to write mysteries, but maybe that's not his thing. So anyway, when you do find an idea for writing, it feels so good to just start. So if you're ever stuck and you can't come up with an idea for your writing, just let me know and I will help you. So I'm really good at helping kids come up with a good idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed Mr. Putter and Tabby Write the Book. And if you watch this video, you don't have to watch it again on the Matrix, but you certainly can. And I hope to read with you guys again soon. Bye.